This is the Tiger Strong ticket. I'm Skylar. I am running for president.
I'm Brooke. I'm running for vice president.
I'm Mike. I'm running for treasurer.
I'm Brian. I'm running for attorney general.
And I'm Megan. I'm running for chief of staff.
All right, let's get this underway. First question, what is your campaign's platform?
Our platform is a 3-point platform, the first being accountability. We want to bring more accountability to the SGA. We want to respond to student concerns in a timely manner. We want them to know that we are responding to their concerns efficiently and effectively. The second being creating a family environment. That is something I'm very passionate about. And what I mean by that is bringing a warm and inviting environment to Towson for the freshmen and for future alumni. And the last one would be embracing the change, embracing the diversity that has been on campus, and making a very, again, warm and very caring environment for Towson.
Okay, and if you could sum up your platform into a single slogan, what would it be?
Breaking boundaries, building bonds.
Okay, and why would you put it in that perspective, I guess?
I don't know, Brooke, you kind of came up with that nice alliteration. What do you think?
We want the students of Towson to feel very comfortable coming to the SGA with any concerns. That's what we're here for, obviously, is to hear student concerns. So we're breaking the boundaries. We want that to be an open door policy. We want students to feel comfortable coming to us. And then for building bonds, same thing. Like, we want to be their friend. Like, we're all students here. Although if we were to be elected to the new SGA board, we had the position, but that doesn't mean that we're any better than anybody else. You know, we want everybody to feel comfortable. We're all students here. We're like a unity. We're one thing.
We want them to remember that we are the student voice. If they elect us, we are here for them, and we want to build that bond with them.
We'll change gears a little bit about building into that bond. This year, the SGA had to deal with some controversial matters. If you guys are elected, how do you plan to respond to those controversial matters that SGA had to deal with this year, and if you get elected type of thing?
Right. Well, with all the controversial matters, we would continue to do with what the current administration is doing now with all these forums and having the students bring their concerns and bring the issues that they have been dealing with to our attention. And we would address them by any means that we can that's acceptable. We want to embrace that change, but we don't want to turn it away because we want to keep the conversation going. We want this issue of, I guess, the hate bias that has been on campus. We want to keep it going, and not the issue, but we want the conversations to keep going, just so it doesn't dissolve and that we are all accepting that diversity.
I'll just got chime in about that. I think that we could also have a place in the SG office where the students feel comfortable to voice their concerns and have a direct connection to the administration to respond. I think a lot of students felt that the SGA wasn't showing any progress with the issues on campus, and I think being able to get something tangible in the office, get to an administrator, and get a direct response through the SGA is what we're here for. So I think having that in the office would be very important.
Right. We don't want students to think that just because we're a new exec board coming on, or whoever it may be, that the issues are going to be disregarded, because they're not. We just want to work towards making a change for them.
All right, and now we'll go back to if there's one thing you could take this year from the SGA that you want to continue, what would it be?
I think this year it is with those forums again, allowing students to talk to the SJ and the different administrative people and faculty, and just continue that dialogue. We would change it here and there with what we would like to do, but the open dialogue is what we want to continue with that specific issue.
Okay, and we've talked a lot about the hate and bias, but what's another large concern that you believe the SGA will have to confront other than the most recent topics of hate, bias, and discrimination?
I know a big concern has been the finances, how SGA is going to deviate how much money is going to go towards specific locations, and I know Mike could go on and on about that.
Yeah, definitely. If you will, I think the SGA's finances internally need to be shown to the student body. There needs to be transparency of what we're spending, why we're spending it, who we're spending money for, and that would be done through monthly reports. Also, I think that internally the SGA's funding of expenditures needs to be more organized. I think between directors, senator initiatives, executive board initiatives, the president's discretionary, I think that internally the funds need to be directly organized such that everyone in the SGA knows where all the money's going.
And I bring up another topic. You could say that there's been a loss of senators and a lot of replacing in the SGA as of, I guess, the past 2 semesters. How would you combat that inevitability of senators, directors, executive board members resigning and trying to keep that family feel and trying to promote that SGA is there for you type thing?
Right. And that's one of the biggest things I wanted to bring back this year. And it's mostly just connecting with those senators and directors, giving them the same respect that they give you, looking them in the eyes and being very one-on-one with them. And I know I've been working with Brooke on bringing like a Senate mock trial during the retreat. So the senators feel comfortable with one another. There's no barrier that they can't like overcome. We want the senators and directors to feel comfortable with one another and be able to speak up during meetings. We don't want any senator to be unheard. A lot of them will be shy, we know that, but we're going to try our very best to break that barrier so no one feels like they need to resign because of an uncomfortable atmosphere.
I feel it's the vice president's job to make sure that every senator feels comfortable, to get to know each and every senator on a one-on-one person level, so they know how to address them when things are going on, so they know that senators can come to them. I feel it's also the vice president's position to thoroughly understand every senator's position and thoroughly show them what needs to be executed. That way there's no miscommunication. That would probably lead to less resignations in the future.
We've also been talking about coming up with ways to make it so that the senators really know what their duties are and really know from like an attorney general with like really knowing what the parliamentarian procedures are, knowing how meetings are run so that they're not intimidated to raise their hand to motion to pass bills and finances. So then through their involvement and really being engaged in the meeting and what's going on around them and having that knowledge, that will help bring everyone together so that everyone's a united force.
And going off everything they said, as chief of staff, I would be overlooking and overseeing all of the directors, and I feel like Brooke does and like Brian does, that everybody should be welcome, and even if we do have like changes and new people may come in and come out, I feel like it's very important to welcome them and to get them to know them individually, because you're going to be working side by side with these people. We're all trying to achieve the same goal. We're all trying to make Towson, the best university it can be.
And that builds up to my last question. If you guys aren't elected, how will you remain involved in the SGA?
I know that this year I've been active within the USM with the system and communicating with different universities on what they're doing currently, and I want to continue with that. I want to discuss options with the other universities on how to bring their campus into ours and how we can collaborate on different initiatives. And I know I'll be stopping in with if not elected, I'll be stopping in the office talking to the SGA advisor all the time because he's my leadership father. And even in the SGA, like, they're all my friends. I'm not going to just dismiss them all. Like, they're very close friends of mine, and I'll be there just to support them either way.
I feel like everybody who is running is an awesome candidate. So in the, instance that we do not win, I hope that we can help give them ideas, show them our initiatives, and maybe help them progress, help Towson progress.
One thing that I've learned as being a senator this year and that I've really witnessed from going and talking with students is even if you don't have, I guess, like the position of power, or even if we don't win, we're still students. We still have the ideas and we can still make the impact. We know that we still have like the same connections, and I've really kind of learned that even if you're not a senator, even if you're not on the executive board, you're still a student. Your voice can still be heard. You can still go to the administrators and email the people to sort of get your ideas out there. So it's one of those, I feel like it's still really pretty easy to be involved and engaged with the SGA and what's going on.
I guess for me, if I don't become elected, I still want to try to be involved in SGA. Like they said, I have many friends who are in SGA, and I don't want to lose those friends over something like an election. I think it's very important to keep all of them no matter what happens. And I think I'd still try to be on some committees that the SGA has, because I love to be involved. I love Towson, and I just really like to be involved. It's my life. It's what I do.
I think in the SGA, I would definitely still be involved with International Flag Project, a project that I took upon myself. I've been doing it since July of 2011, and it's something that I have a passion for, and it's something that I want expanded on campus. It's something that's going to be implemented in the last week of April, and I would definitely want to expand on that for years to come. And also, I think that I have a very large interest in athletics and the growth that's happening right now at Towson and all the different sports. So I think that's something I'd still be interested in helping with, no matter what.
All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. And this is
Thank you.
Tiger Strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.